Media Group.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I'm Kellie Raspberry Evans with my husband and my podcast co-host, Walter Allen Evans.
A train in the house.
Welcome, everybody. We're trying some new stuff. We're so excited. Got some new equipment we're playing with in the studio. I'm excited because I don't have to touch anything. Alan takes care of all of that.
I mean, I'll touch them. And I'll
fiddle and twiddle.
I'll twist and tweak.
Yeah. So hopefully everything's great and the podcast sounds good and we're getting some good quality video that we can share on social media.
Medja. But here's
the
the deal.
New chapter of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'.
Here's the deal. In 7 or 8 years of doing this buffoonery, I can probably count on one hand the number of times we've done we're giving you tips for technology bit.
Are you going to do that tonight?
No.
Oh, good.
I'm just saying we got a lot of technology going on right now, and I'm not sure it's operating correctly.
Well, we'll find out the hard way after we talk for about an hour and find out nothing recorded. And that means you won't be getting a podcast this week.
But here's the reason for all this improved technology. It's to provide further engagement and enjoyment for our very, very best customers.
That's the hope.
And we're hoping that's what we get out of this. So we'll see.
Yeah, I just have to remember which camera to look into.
We've got. Let's look. We've got one phone, 2 phone, 1 laptop, 2 laptop, video camera, the Rode Class A servo bias preamp with the Aphex onboard technology.
Wow, it's official.
And the Coke Zero orange
cream. I'm glad you like that. I had to go get him another 12-pack. He loved it so much. I'll tell you, I had, speaking of the studio we're in right now, a couple weeks ago, a woman named Alyssa High, who works for Plano Profile, she reached out and asked if she could maybe come, and they're doing like an architecture edition or a home decorating, whatever, a design issue, I'd say. And they're reaching out to people who live in Plano, Texas, because
God's country.
Yeah. There used to be a magazine that was called Plano Profile. What was this one called now? Is it also called that?
I'm not sure.
Anyway.
It used to be called Plano Profile.
This is a new iteration.
We were on the cover one time.
We were on the last issue. We were on the cover of the very last issue promoting this podcast. And It's hanging in the office. We cannot show you right now because everything's too critically set up and we don't want to screw it up. But anyway, she emailed me a couple weeks ago. I also had another email coming in that Alan and I are going to be on the CW33. We're going to be taping a segment next week. I'll let you know when that airs.
You didn't even tease that. You just laid it out there.
Well, that's the tease. I'll let you know when we're going to be on it. That's the tease because I don't know the date of it.
So we're going to be on TV.
Yes.
Wow.
And we're supposed to be in this magazine. So Alyssa reached out and she said, would you be willing to do it? We'd like to come in and maybe photograph where you do the podcast, maybe shoot some things in your home. I said, sure. I shot out a couple of dates. One of those dates being today. There were 2 dates I gave her. One of them was today. Mm-hmm. So anyway, a few days later, I checked back and she hadn't responded or I didn't see a response.
Mm-hmm.
And so today I went and got my hair trimmed a little and went to Costco because Emma Kelly's out of muffins. By the way, if your kids like those Little Bites muffins, you get them a lot cheaper at Costco. Also, gigantic bags of Smart Pop and Doritos, cheaper at Costco.
Well, gigantic bags of everything.
I digress. So anyway, I did my run. I got home and Alan said, I was just about to leave on a motorcycle ride, but then I saw he checked my location and said, I saw you're almost home, so I stayed to give you a kiss goodbye and adios. Great. So I'm home. I'm unloading Costco stuff, and the doorbell rings.
Ding dong.
I'm not expecting anyone. And we've had a lot of roof salesmen. They're going to be coming back around. We're in spring in Texas. Hail season's here.
A lot of solicitors.
A lot of solicitors. Yesterday I had some kids come and try to sell something. And here's the thing. I don't answer my doorbell if I don't know you're coming. And, usually if it's a friend of mine, they'll text and say, hey, I'm on the way. I'm at the door, right? So anyway, the doorbell rings and I can kind of see through the glass there's somebody standing there. The dogs are barking, going crazy. I'm sure it's a solicitor and they're going to leave. But they don't. They ring the doorbell again. And I'm starting to get kind of anxious. So I call Alan on his motorcycle. You've got to help teach me how to set up the app on the phone. I'm like, somebody's at the door and they won't leave. He's like, well, just ignore them. They'll go away. They're probably just selling stuff. So I tried. They wouldn't leave. So I called my neighbor across the street who I know works from home. I say, Dan, look out your window and see who's standing on my porch. And he described there's 2 ladies out there, and he described their cars. I'm like, I don't know what they're doing there. I have no idea. But I'm home alone and I'm getting nervous. He said, I'm going to go out and do some recon for you. So my neighbor, he's the best. He goes outside and says, hey, what you guys doing? I don't think they're home. I think they might be out of town or something like that. And the lady says she's from this magazine and she's supposed to be coming over to meet me. And Dan's like, oh, well, let me give her a call and see if I can find out where they are. And he calls and he's keeping up the ruse. And he's like, oh, you're pulling into your driveway now? That whole bit. So I'm like, oh, Dan, thank you so much. I didn't realize the magazine ladies were coming today. So I go to the door, I open the door, and of course, I just start profusely apologizing to the point where it's embarrassing. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I didn't see the email where you said you were coming today. She's like, I'm so sorry. I should have confirmed that you got the email. It was a lot of back and forth apologies. I'm in sweatpants. I just, ran in the door. It's just a nightmare. So anyway, we were supposed to be photographed for a magazine today, and that didn't happen. But it is going to happen next week, Alan. Put it on your calendar.
Well, it wasn't on the electronic calendar. That was part of the problem.
It was so embarrassing. Just standing out there ringing the doorbell repeatedly, and I'm thinking there's some crazy people, and it was just the lovely people from the magazine.
Well, and then I get to my destination, and I go to my email, because I just had a sinking feeling that this was an appointment that we missed. I go to the email and I see an email from Kellie Raspberry Evans to Plano Profile that says, see you Tuesday or see you Wednesday.
No,
whatever
I didn't
it is.
say that.
You most certainly did.
I did not.
Would you like me to pull up the email right now?
I said that?
You did. And that's why I was very feverishly trying to call you, text you. Nothing. I thought that they were inside.
I'm losing my mind.
I thought that they were inside because you weren't responding.
I told her I never saw it, and she said I should have verified. I never saw it, Alan. It was showing up as unread to me. Mm-hmm. Show me that email.
You want me to look for this right now on the podcast?
You're proof to me that I'm lying.
Okay, well, keep talking, and I'll
Well, it's
do
from
some,
Alyssa,
I'll do some
ALY.
searching here.
All right. Well, I feel horrible about that. Alyssa, if you did send it and I did respond, I am sorry. Because I am losing my mind. I'm not getting enough sleep. I'm getting older. I'm postmenopausal. I told her I was going to stop apologizing, though, because it's very embarrassing. But it's been rescheduled for next week.
Well, Kellie Raspberry Evans says Tuesday, April 1st or Wednesday, April 2nd are open. You want to stick with 1 p.m.? We could also do later. Thank you. Alyssa responds with April 2nd at 1 is perfect. See you then.
But where did I respond?
Well, and then
I never did.
And then the next message we get is, we're here.
Yeah.
And
I never saw it.
So I see this with Kellie Raspberry Evans right there.
I never saw it.
And then that's when I try to call you and text you and nothing.
But I never saw her confirm that it was going to be today.
What were you doing when I was trying to get a hold of you? I'm just curious.
When were you trying to get a hold of me?
The whole time that they were probably 10 minutes after you called me saying there's somebody at the door selling something.
I didn't see any messages from you. Prove it.
Wow.
Prove it. Where'd you call me?
If you're a new listener to this podcast, you probably think...
you called me twice at 1:32.
I guess my ringer was off. You probably think we're the biggest idiots when it comes to technology. Yeah.
I know I am. I didn't see it, Alan.
Well,
that's okay. I was probably profusely apologizing when you were calling.
Probably.
That's what happened. So anyway, I'm the big dum-dum. I'm going to have them a lovely gift when they show up next week. Maybe a charcuterie or something. So what are nice.
They're going to take pictures of the house?
They want to take pictures of the office. They're just trying to show how people live, Plano decor, people that live in the city.
So I got to take all the centerfolds down?
No, I told her. I already showed her everything. I said, well, this is the most interesting room in the house probably. And she said, well, maybe we could walk through the house. And if there's anything special you want to point out. I said, well.
So you're going to give them a tour?
You and I are. You're going to be here. So it was just a huge cluster. And I'm so embarrassed.
Well, we say huge. It's huge.
But there's that. You are going to love Legacy Box. Becoming a parent changes how you look at memories. While we're savoring and saving every moment with our kids, suddenly you start to realize a lot of important memories from our childhood. They're trapped on VHS tapes. camcorder tapes, photo albums, crammed into boxes labeled "Do Not Throw Away" and shoved into an attic. Those are at risk of being destroyed by heat, moisture, disaster, time. And once they're gone, they're gone. That's why you need Legacy Box now. They're the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. And the process is so simple. They send you a Legacy Box and you fill it up with old VHS tapes, pictures, film reels, slides, DVDs, whatever you've got. Their team in Tennessee carefully digitizes it all by hand. They send you back the originals plus digital files on the cloud or a thumb drive. Ordering a Legacy Box is one of the best things I've done for my family, because now instead of just telling my kids about that crazy vacation I took to the mountains when I was a kid, I get to show them and relive it with them. And right now, during Legacy Box's Father's Day sale, you can save big while preserving your family's history. Visit legacybox.com/sandwich to get started today. That's legacybox.com/sandwich. It's the little things that make a big difference in how I feel. Now, for me right now, it's about stretching. I didn't realize how stiff I was until I started doing it. I love when I can stretch a little further than before. It makes me feel refreshed when I'm done. And you know, a little makeup refresh can make all the difference too with Thrive Causemetics, my go-to clean makeup routine year-round. Now, of course, their brilliant eye brightener and Stella champagne is always in my makeup bag. Actually, I need to reorder more. I'm almost out. But it comes in 32 shades, and the Sienna Mint Green Shimmer looks really fun for summer. Their Empower Matte Precision Lipstick Crayon, it's really amazing. It gives you a beautiful color that lasts without feeling dry. They have 18 buildable shades, and I love the Dusty Rose Kaisa color. I think that's how you pronounce it. But the best part, for every product you buy, Thrive donates products and funds to help communities thrive. So far, they've given over $150 million in products and cash to over 600 giving partners. This is beauty with purpose. Amplify your summer look with Thrive Causemetics. Go to thrivecausemetics.com/sandwich for an exclusive 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Causemetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich. I don't think I've ever talked about it on this podcast before, but one day I was walking past the windows going upstairs and I noticed this greasy cooking smell. You know what I mean? It turns out it was our blinds. Something about the sun was breaking them down over the years. And who knows how long they were there before we bought our house. We needed new blinds bad, and that's what led me to 3-Day Blinds. I absolutely loved how easy they made the whole process. They send a professionally trained design consultant to your home. It's a free, no obligation, same-day quote. And they've got thousands of options to fit any budget and style. It's not just blinds. They've got shades, shutters, drapery too. 3-Day Blinds even has those motorized smart blinds that work with Alexa. Those are so cool. They take all the measurements. They handle the installation too. And it's perfect because I'm not handy. And what a difference it's made. This is an upgrade that makes your whole house feel refreshed and polished without having to do a big renovation. Right now, get quality window treatments that fit your budget with 3-Day Blinds. Head to 3dayblinds.com/sandwich for their buy one, get one 50% off deal on custom blinds, shades, and drapery. For a free, no charge, no obligation consultation, just head to 3dayblinds.com/sandwich. One last time, that's buy one, get one 50% off when you head to the 3dayblinds.com/sandwich.
Okay.
The other big thing going on is the Final Four. We're down to the Final Four in the NCAA basketball tournament. I was doing great in our family, the Evans-Whittenberg family, and I believe the Mosses are in on it too. The Evans-Whittenberg-Moss NBA or NCAA College March Madness bracket. I don't know how we
would you
call
believe Kellie Raspberry Evans picked 7 of the Elite 8
I did.
teams.
Completely just going through, just picking. I didn't have any rhyme or reason. I'd look at it. Sometimes I'd pick the favorite one. Sometimes I wouldn't. Ended up with 7 out of 8. And then I kind of all fell apart at that point, right?
Well,
that's still pretty good to make it that far.
We did the homer bit. We both picked Texas Tech to be in the Final Four.
How could you not?
Hey, they played Arkansas in the Sweet 16. They were down. Listen, and I admit, I jumped on the Tech college basketball bandwagon this year. First game I watched this year is the Sweet 16 game, Tech versus Arkansas. And I turned it on in the second half, and they're down 16 points. Like, well, this is a bunch of crap. I thought Tech had a pretty good team this year. They're getting waxed by the 10th seed Arkansas,
which is my daughter's school of choice.
Good team. But Tech, that's a game Tech should probably win. They're the 3rd seed. Well, they end up coming back and beating Arkansas from a 16-point deficit. It's one of the biggest comebacks in NCAA history. And then they play, who'd they play in the Elite Eight?
I don't know. Somebody.
My mind is just drawing.
Not as bad as mine. Anyway, they lost to some other team.
Who did Tech play? Florida. Duh.
There you go.
They played Florida. Tech played Florida. Now Tech was up 10 points with 3 minutes left.
And they blew it. Yeah.
So,
well, I looked up some stuff. So in the Final Four, we've got Houston versus Duke, Auburn versus Florida. We obviously have to root against Florida because they knocked out Texas Tech, right? I don't know.
Well, yeah, my dad's a Georgia Bulldog, so he's not a big Florida fan. Yeah.
Well, BetMGM Sportsbook released updated odds, after they got through the Elite Eight, and now Duke is the favorite to win the whole thing. I don't know what odds mean, but they said they're the favorite to bring home the national title at -110. What does that mean? -110. You don't know either. Okay.
You got to bet $100 to win 10. I think.
Well, then the Florida Gators are the second choice at +300 odds, whatever that means. I'm not a gambler. They're followed by the Houston Cougars at +400, the Auburn Tigers at +500.
I think
so you've got Blue Devils, Gators, Cougars, and Tigers.
I think that's bet 100 to win 300.
I'm
not a professional gambler, but I think that's what it means.
The Final Four will be hosted at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio this Saturday, April the 5th. Auburn and Florida up first at 5:09 p.m. Then it's Houston versus Duke at 7:49 p.m. And you can watch on CBS. Then the championship game is Monday, April 7th. Tip-off at 7:50. Are we excited? Are we going to order chicken wings and pizza and do all that good stuff on a Monday night? It's kind of tough.
Maybe, yeah.
So
I got three of the 4 teams. I mean, I picked all 1 seeds except for Tech.
Well,
who'd you pick?
I picked Tech to go, but I don't remember. I haven't looked at the brackets since I chose. But all Final Four teams were number 1 seeds. And this is the first time this has happened since 2008 that all 4 number 1 seeds are going to make up the Final Four, and only the second time ever. This is only the second time that's ever happened. The first one was in 2008, 17 years ago.
Oh, that's a cool stat.
And it was also coincidentally played in San Antonio, and Kansas won that year.
Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Yeah. I never know what that cheer means. I don't get it. But like I said, our family did the Final Four, the March Madness bracket. And it got me wondering, what are the odds of picking the perfect bracket? I know in years past, what's the guy that offered, the big billionaire guy?
The big billionaire guy? Yeah. Elon Musk.
No, the other one, the older one that offered to
Jeff
pay.
Bezos.
No, the older one that does like Nebraska Furniture Mart or something, they say, but not really.
That cat in Houston.
No. The big one, Warren Buffett, I think it was. Warren Buffett, I think, was supposed to pay somebody like $1 million or something if they could pick the perfect bracket and go all the way down to the end. It didn't happen.
It's very difficult to do.
But the odds of picking the perfect bracket, I was curious. That would be 1 in 9.2 quintillion. That is a 1 followed by 18 zeros. That's the odds of picking the perfect bracket, picking every single correct winner.
Is that right?
Yes.
Wow.
1 followed by 18 zeros. The odds of a high school player going from high school, college to the NBA, don't look, I want to surprise you, about 0.03%. That's about 3 out of 10,000. That's actually better odds than I thought, honestly.
That is crazy.
The odds of a college basketball player making it into the NBA. Well, in the NBA draft, did you know a total of 60 players are selected? Each of the 30 teams gets 1 pick in each of the 2 rounds. So according to the latest statistics I could find, which was from the 2023-2024 season, there were a total of 35,926 NCAA basketball student athletes. Of that, 19,275 were men, 16,651 women. So if you're getting 60 NBA players out of a pool of just over 19,000 young men, that's 0.3% odds. This was the last game some of those guys are ever going to play of basketball.
My head hurts.
I just love that. I love odds.
That's a crazy statistic about picking every game. Quintillion? I don't even know what that is.
I never, 1 with 18 zeros behind it.
Okay, that's very interesting because talking about betting, have you heard of a parlay? Do you know what a parlay is?
I've heard the word, but I don't know what it means.
That's when you place a bet for more than one thing to happen. Like you're picking 3 games. Say you pick 3 games in the NCAA tournament in the first round. You would pick 3 games that you like and try to pick the winner of those 3 games against the point spread. So picking a parlay is really, really difficult to do. And that's just picking 3 games against the point spread.
But I bet it pays pretty well.
It pays a lot better because the odds are longer. And then there's 3-game parlays, there's 4-game parlays. I follow Des Bryant on social media, on the Instagram. He is a former Dallas Cowboys player, wide receiver. He was a big guy when Tony Romo was there, throwing him the football. Mm-hmm. And Tony Romo threw Des Bryant the football a lot. Des Bryant was a good player. Well, Des Bryant's like a professional gambler now. Wow. So he's always showing like he'll do these 3 or 4 game parlays and he gets them right. So he put $25,000 down in the NCAA tournament and he picked 4 games and he got all 4 of them right. So he won like $68,000.
He's doing pretty well, I would say. A lot of people are professional gamblers and probably don't do
the
as well.
The dude is always winning though. I don't know how he does it, but man.
Educated guesses. But then I was also looking at other odds, not just for March Madness, because have you noticed there's been a lot of plane crashes lately? A lot. And, it's like the year that we had all the shark attacks. Every time you turned around, there was another shark attack. Well, this year it's all plane crashes. Well, I looked it up. The odds of dying in a plane crash, it's still like the safest way to travel, Alan. 1 in 13.7 million. Those are your odds of dying in a plane crash.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the planes.
Not worried about that.
I'm not worried too much about the planes.
But then it made me think of even more. So basically, this has turned into a whole segment called, What Are the Odds?
Oh, good call.
What are the odds?
Is this a new bit?
This could be an entire new podcast. You could probably do a whole podcast. There might even already be one called, What Are the Odds? And every week they just discuss breaking down odds. That would be interesting, right?
Maybe we should.
I don't have time to start another podcast.
Maybe we should extend that to what are the odds of certain things happening around this house?
Like what?
I don't know.
Well, you brought it up. What?
I don't know. It could be anything.
What would you like to have happen?
It could be anything. It could be.
Well, you want to work it out now?
Maybe I do. I'll work it out right now.
What are the odds of what?
Putting the dishes away? Somebody putting the dishes away?
Well, the odds of me doing it are greater than anybody else, I'll tell you that.
Somebody picking up dog poop?
That's you.
What are the 100%. Odds? What are the odds of that?
Every once in a while, I'll do it. But that's all you. I will give you that. All right. So here I did what are the odds? So what I did, I did a little bit on Google. I did a little bit on DuckDuckGo. Tried to see if it would give me different answers, because if you just type in what are the odds of, it'll automatically prompt, I guess, with the most popular searches that people are doing.
Okay.
So here's some of them that popped up. So I did already do the March Madness bracket. So the odds in any lottery, the odds of winning in any lottery are about 1 in 300 million. That's about 1 in 292.2 million for Powerball, 1 in 302.6 million for Mega Millions. The odds of being dealt a royal flush. Do you know what a royal flush is?
A royal flush is like king, queen, jack, 10, 9, but
an
all
ace.
the
No, an ace.
Oh, ace. Sorry, ace, king, queen, jack
and
10. All the same suit.
All the same suit. Okay. The odds of being dealt a royal flush in a standard 5-card poker hand, roughly 1 in 649,740.
Except the guys I play poker against.
They do it all the time?
Oh.
Isn't that interesting?
Oh.
The lifetime odds of being struck by lightning, 1 in 15,300. That sounds like pretty high odds to me.
1 in 15,000?
That's in your lifetime. The odds of being struck in any given year, 1 in 1.2 million. But that's, 15,300 over your lifetime, that's high.
If you had a gun and it held 15,000 bullets and you put 1 bullet in it, would you put it up to your head?
No. I'd be scared to death. And I might literally be scared to death. What are the odds of getting cancer? This is bad.
Oh, gosh.
1 in 2.
1 in 2?
About 1 in 2 people will develop some form of cancer during their lifetime. A lot of people out in the sun, they'll get a little skin cancer removed, and that's it. That's the extent of it. But if you look at someone like, oh my goodness, have y'all been following Teddy Mellencamp's story from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills formerly? Now she has the 2 T's in a podcast. Y'all, I'm very honest. I was not a fan of Teddy, but I don't wish this on anybody. My heart really is breaking for her. She started, Kyle Richards on the show noticed she had like a funny, like a mole or something on her back of her shoulder, and went to get it checked, and it turns out it was melanoma. And she kept going back and getting more and more and more cut out of her back, and her back was like this patchwork quilt. And then she started getting migraines about 7 months ago, and finally went to the ER and found out she had tumors on her brain. And she keeps having to have all these surgeries, and it keeps coming back, and they keep finding more tumors. Y'all, we need to really pray for her. That I got off on a tangent there, and I apologize because Alan doesn't know who I'm talking about, but really, really sad.
It's not a tumor.
This one is at several, actually.
Do you remember in Uncle Buck, starring John Candy, when Uncle Buck went to meet his niece's teacher?
I don't know that I've seen Uncle Buck in its entirety. Only clips. Why?
Well, she just had that gigantic mole on her nose.
Oh.
And he just couldn't stop looking at it because it's like right on her nose. He said, "Hi, I'm Buck Melanoma. I'm Molly Russell's wart."
Oh, that's
Molly
terrible.
Russell's wart.
That's awful.
Uncle.
So like I said, about 1 in 2 people will develop some form of cancer
great movie.
during their lifetime. The risk increases significantly with age, as more than 90% of cancers are diagnosed in those 45 and older. We got to get our stuff checked. The odds of even being born. Let's go from death to born. The odds of being born are 1 in 400 trillion.
I don't understand.
They say it's a lot of
factors. How do they calculate that?
Involved in conception and just the sheer number of possible genetic combinations.
Okay, so for me, one Walter A. Evans to be sitting here with black hair, brown eyes,
black hair,
half Filipino.
I'm just telling you.
Whatever else the heck I got in my DNA.
Online.
This is 1 in 4 trillion.
That's 1 in 400 trillion.
400 trillion.
You being born. You.
Wow.
The odds of getting pregnant, let's go there, naturally each month for women, age 25, 25%. This is each month, right? Age 30.
So 1 in 4?
20%.
Oh.
Age 35, less than 15%. Age 40, less than 5%.
Oh, okay.
We won't get into age 50. They didn't even give me those numbers, so I guess that means impossible. But the chances of getting pregnant, because a lot of people are having to turn to IVF, right? After one cycle. See, I was very, very fortunate. I was able to conceive Emma Kellie after one cycle. Some people have to go back repeatedly. It's heartbreaking and expensive. But the chances of getting pregnant with one complete IVF cycle, age 30 to 34, 43%. Age 35 to 90, 31%. That's the age I was when I did mine. And age 40 to 44, 11%. They don't even go above that. I guess they don't recommend you doing it much later than that. The chance of having twins, about 1 in 30. That's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Fraternal twins are a lot more common, but the odds of identical, approximately 3 to 4 per 1,000 births worldwide.
Do we know any identical twins?
I did growing up. I did.
No, now.
Laura
do we know any? Do we know
Laura
any now?
and Yvette Johnson. They were identical.
Well, I don't know them. Do we know any? Do we know any now?
The Winklevoss twins. Was that their names? The ones that were in the Facebook movie with Zuckerberg, and Zuckerberg stole their idea for Facebook, and then they started LinkedIn. Were their names the Winklevoss twins?
I don't know.
And Armie Hammer played both of them in the movie, I think.
Did he really?
And then we all thought Armie Hammer was a twin.
He's kind of lewd, isn't he?
Yeah. The odds of having triplets naturally, 1 in 10,000.
I don't know any triplets.
I do.
Except
yes, you do too.
Except Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, and Emmett Smith.
You know my cousin Brooke. She's a triplet.
Is she really?
Brooke, Brighton, and Blake.
How about that?
Yep.
I never seen Brighton and Blake.
Well, they're back in South Carolina. The odds of having quadruplets naturally, about 1 in 700,000. So anyway, I just thought those were interesting. What are the odds?
That is. I mean, I think we can roll this into interesting stuff.
Well,
we used to do interesting stuff. That's all interesting stuff.
Thank you.
Really is. It really is.
Thank you. I'm glad you were interested.
The odds of things happening is very interesting. I'm not worried about shark attacks, not worried about airplanes. I start to kind of worry a little bit when the odds get like under like 15,000. I'm like, well, okay. I'm not going to run across that football field in the thunderstorm holding a golf club up. I'm not going to do that.
No.
I'm not going to do that.
What do you think about that 1 in 2 chance of getting cancer of some sort?
Okay. What am I supposed to do?
Get checked. You got to stay on top of it.
Yeah.
But I'm really upset because I'm trying to get my colonoscopy. Hey, you got to do it because colon cancer is the most preventable, right? If you catch it early, they get the polyps removed and all that stuff. But they won't take me except on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's the only time they do it. I said, well, I'm going to have to find another doctor, I guess, because I can't be doing it on Tuesdays and Thursdays because you have to do the cleanse and I have to go to work. And I can't be running to the bathroom every 5 minutes on the Kid Craddock morning show. So I don't know what I'm going to do.
Nationally syndicated.
The next time I'm off on a Tuesday or Thursday, I'm going to be on my daughter's, cruise, her graduation cruise. So I don't know what I'm going to do. It might be Christmas before I can get my colonoscopy.
Okay. Oh, good stuff, man.
That's good stuff.
Interesting.
That's good stuff.
Interesting stuff. No, I mean, what are you going to do about the cancer? I mean, it's horrible.
Well, you got to stay on top of it. That's the lesson here, right? Catch it early.
But if I'm sitting there in my chair and I feel this like little bony finger tap me on the shoulder and I look up and there's a dude standing there in all black wearing a hood and he's got a scythe. You know what a scythe is?
No.
A scythe is used for cutting wheat. It's a big blade.
Yeah, I do know.
Yeah.
A sickle.
A sickle or a scythe?
Well, you're right, probably with a scythe, but I think it's called a sickle too, right?
Well, anyway, when he starts doing his bony little finger like this, I'm motioning like, come towards me. What am I going to do? It's not
run. My granddaddy, he was called Daddy Boy. He died when I was like 2 months old. My mother tells the story, and as I remember it, he was visited by the angel of death.
Whoa.
Before he died.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The angel of death was
He was in bed.
Whoa.
And he woke up, and there were shadowy figures standing at the door. And one of the shadowy figures, it was all black, couldn't see, but it was a very shadowy figure, got right down in Daddy Boy's face and shook his head no. Backed away and left.
Wow.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, the next day, my Daddy Boy was dead.
Ooh.
But he told that story before he died.
Wow.
Do you believe in that? Do you believe in people getting signs like the angel of death and things like that?
I mean, if they say they saw it, who am I to say they didn't see it? I don't know.
You can't scroll your phone for more than 30 seconds without seeing somebody talking about GLP-1s. Maybe you've been close to trying them, but you're not a needle person, or maybe you're looking for a natural alternative. Well, let me introduce you to our podcast sponsor, Veracity. Their Metabolism Ignite, it's a natural plant-based GLP-1 alternative that is doctor recommended and clinically proven to help reduce hunger. Just 2 capsules with breakfast every morning. It's all you need. And one of the first things I noticed was I wasn't thinking about food all day, that food noise you always are constantly battling. Metabolism Ignite has no allergens, no caffeine, no negative side effects, and we love that. It's shown to reduce hunger by 85% and clinically proven to help lose an average of 9 pounds in 90 days. We really love that. Look, this stuff is sold out 10 times for a reason. So before it sells out again, make the switch to GLP-1s the natural way. Head to veracityhealth.co and use sandwich for up to 65% off your order. Once again, that's VERACITY health.co for up to 65% off. Make sure you use our promo code SANDWICH so they know we sent you. Now that I've reached a certain age, I realize how much my sleep affects me and everybody around me. It affects my energy, my mood, my patience. And I've also learned that I don't need to waste a lot on fancy sleep gadgets because one of the best things I've done is upgrade to Boll and Branch sheets. I noticed the difference from night one. They are incredibly soft, so breathable. It's because Boll and Branch's sheets are made with 100% organic cotton that's woven specifically for airflow. Now I don't wake up feeling hot with sheets sticking to my legs anymore. My sheets keep me cool and comfortable all night long. And they've actually gotten softer with every wash. They even did a survey of their customers. 94% of them said the same thing. I love my Boll and Branch sheets, and honestly, I can't imagine ever going back to any other bedding. Sleep cooler this summer with Boll and Branch during their annual summer event. For a limited time, get 20% off site-wide at bollandbranch.com/sandwich with code SANDWICH. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND, branch.com/sandwich. Code SANDWICH to take 20% off. bollandbranch.com/sandwich, code SANDWICH. Exclusions apply. I think everybody's had that moment where they say, I should start my own business. Now, maybe you've got an amazing hot sauce recipe, or you've gotten really great at making candles or jewelry, and all your friends keep telling you you should sell that stuff. Well, what's stopping you? If you've been sitting on a business idea, Shopify makes it easy to make it happen. Everything you need to start selling is included and ready from day one. When your first customer is ready to buy, Shopify Checkout helps more people actually complete the purchase. And when they come back, their information's already saved. So checkout is quick and easy. One tap and they're done. Shopify handles all the technical stuff too, the setup and checkout, so you can spend your time growing your business and doing what you actually love. It's no wonder Shopify powers millions of businesses around the world, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to small businesses just getting started like yours. With Shopify, nothing stands between your idea and a real business, so go make it one. Start your free trial at shopify.com/sandwich. That's shopify.com/sandwich. One more time, shopify.com/sandwich.
I've not personally seen it. But
I've had some very strange dreams. I don't think I've had anything like that necessarily.
Yeah, I've had some strange dreams.
Yeah, it usually has to do what we eat before we go to supper.
There's
Or
a
go to bed,
there's a Slayer song called "Angel of Death."
I don't.
Are you familiar with Slayer?
Maybe I am, because every time I think I'm not, you'll do, and I know exactly what you're talking about.
What is that?
I don't know. It's one of the Metallica ones, probably.
No. It's a Slayer song, not a Metallica song.
Oh, well, that's different.
What are you, a Muppet? Why are you going? What does that mean?
That's basically
no, that's not.
That heavy metal is.
I don't think so.
Well, then how does it go? The one you're thinking of?
Angel of Death?
Yeah, how's it go?
I honestly
Just do
can't remember.
Okay, do any Metallica song. The
say your prayers, little one. Don't forget my son. To include everyone. And I got my Metallica shirt on.
Yeah, look at that.
How about
what
that?
What are the odds? What are the odds?
All right, babe.
Of him wearing a Metallica shirt? About 1 in 20.
Yeah, good call. Wearing an Ed Hardy shirt, 1 in 5. Mm-hmm. You want to bring it home for Jerome here with, we got some letters we didn't get to last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always love hearing from our listeners.
Okay.
I especially love hearing from the ones that are just discovering the podcast and going back.
Man, I hope I haven't already read these. I don't think I have.
I'll let you know if I've heard it
His
before.
first letter is from Rachel. Subject, Ask Alan Anything. Dear Alan.
Well, it is called Ask Alan Anything.
Hi, it's Rachel again. I know you've given recipes in the past, and I even tried your chicken recipe that you said the kids loved. I probably did it wrong because I did not find the chicken very flavorful. Wow. Okay. I have a few tips for that. Regardless, I would like to know what your favorite self-made recipe is. I'd like to try a new recipe for my husband, so who better to ask than another husband? P.S. Love you, Kelly.
Oh, thank you.
Also, your mama's homemade mac and cheese recipe is the bomb. Love to hear more recipes from you too, but not the Mexican corn casserole dip because you've already shared that one.
Oh.
Love your longtime forever listener, Rachel XOXO Yogurt. Rachel,
she had no notes for the macaroni and cheese, huh?
Yeah, good call. So, little known fact for our good, strong, dear, sweet, clean listeners, we do have a website.
It has not been updated.
It's woefully out of date, but
Are you going to work on it?
If you're unaware of the website, it's called kellyandalan.com.
It'll all be new to you if you're unaware of it.
Exactly. If you go there, and I think if you click on blog, there's only like 3 menus. So if you just click on blog, you'll see a list of articles, and we have a lot of recipes in there.
I can do some more, I guess I could. People do love recipes. I'll tell you, I go on Instagram a lot, and a lot of people on TikTok share their stuff on social media, and they're on Instagram. And there's so many recipes that look so easy and so delicious, and I text them all to myself. I have hundreds of recipes right now in my phone that I'll probably never make. But they look so good at the time when they're making them on Instagram. I should start doing that.
So, Rachel, you said that the chicken was not flavorful. Did you dice the celery and carrots and stuff them in the bird? And onions.
If that was the instructions, I'm guessing she did.
And onions.
Was that in your instructions?
It probably was.
Then she did.
Did you stuff them in the bird? Did she
salt and pepper it? Did you add that?
Did you dry off the bird and garlic salt it and pepper it? Inside and out.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe you have to do it inside and do it a little bit more generously.
Inside and out. Those are just a couple of tips, or maybe you just thought it was kind of lame. But I just remember this. My dad used to do this for me as a kid. And then I remember when we were in the compartment and it was just me and the kids, I'd make this all the time because it made a whole freaking meal.
Yeah.
And it was easy. Okay. And you want to know what my favorite, here is a great one. And I don't do it very often, Rachel, but you're going to need access to a smoker.
Oh, honey.
No?
That's a lot.
Well, I'll just tell her anyway. One of my favorite things to do is to go to a good grocery store like Central Market or Market Street, get a thick, and I'm talking like an inch or inch and a half thick steak, like a ribeye or a New York strip, and then you smoke it. So you smoke that steak for about an hour, hour and a half, and then you finish it off on the grill. So you get your grill like really super hot, and then just sear it like a minute or two on each side. So that makes like the best smoked steak flavor ever. And so every once in a while on a special occasion, I'll do something like that. But look into that. Look into smoking a steak. It sounds weird, but it's really, really great. Okay. If you don't have access to a smoker, and this sounds sacrilegious, I put them on the air fryer sometimes.
You do the air fryer a lot, but it smokes up the whole house.
So I'll throw a steak on the air fryer, 425 degrees, 7 minutes on one side, flip 6 minutes on the other side, and that gives you a medium rare steak.
That's too rare for me.
Well, then you go 8 minutes, 7 minutes, and that makes it medium. You go
medium well.
Medium well, you'd be like 10 minutes, 9 minutes.
Okay, I'll do 10 and 10 just to be safe.
And then it'll be gray and dry. So anyway, there's a couple of tips. This next letter is from Chelsea. Subject: lives. Hi. I thought I read that you guys video the podcast live before it drops on Spotify. What time do you guys go live, or does it change? I looked at everything. I thought sweating emoji. I cannot find the info. Thank you, Chelsea.
Yeah, that's a problem.
We're going through a lot of technological changes right now.
Yeah, we were having trouble getting logged on to YouTube. We would try to log on repeatedly, and Alan would have to end up going out to the garage and turning off something and rerouting. I don't know what he was doing. It was a nightmare. And, it was a private group you had to join because there was so much spam and bots and, hecklers and trolls.
Well, you just have to be a subscriber.
You have to be a subscriber.
And you should do that. Go to our @A Sandwich and Some Lovin' YouTube channel and subscribe if you want to get the notifications.
Right. But now we're trying something new where we're recording it not on YouTube Live, but through a StreamYard link. So those can be edited up and used for social media, which means there will not be a live watching component.
But I think we can still do that.
I don't know. We need to find out. This is the first time. Now, peek behind the kimono. We're recording this on this new technology for the first time tonight, and the camera just kind of shut off halfway through.
I'm staring at a big black screen, and it says no signal.
So right about the time when Alan said, "Do you know what a scythe is?" And I was like, "No, what?" I was distracted because the camera shut off.
Grim Reaper turned the camera off.
I do know what a scythe is, but I was just trying to keep moving simply and seamlessly. So I said, "Oh, you mean a sickle? Remember that? That's when the camera went off." So
is
that's
it a scythe or a sickle?
I think a scythe is right. SCYTHE, scythe.
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
And yeah. Anyway, that's when it happened. So if you were hoping to see me, do heavy metal, there's no video evidence of me doing that ever.
What are you? What are you, Beaker? Remember that Muppet?
That's not the same.
And he had the doctor. Remember him?
Yeah, that's not the same now. So anyway, we'll try to get it figured out. maybe we'll figure out how to do both. But right now, this is what we're working with. Please bear with us as we figure it out.
It may take us 28 episodes, but we'll get it figured out.
Or we may just give up altogether.
Yeah, good call. This last letter is from Jason. Subject, shout out. Hey, Kelly and Alan.
Hey.
Today, April 2nd, is me and my wife's 3rd wedding anniversary.
Aww.
All right. My man.
Well, we're recording this podcast on your anniversary, but you'll hear it after your anniversary. So happy anniversary.
Yeah. That's true, babe. This isn't a live show. It's a recorded show.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you guys could give her a shout out. Shout out. I don't see where. Oh, her name is Brenna. There we go. Shout out to Brenna.
Shout out to you.
Yes.
Brenna. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. We also like to use a few phrases on each other that Alan says. So, Alan, if you could tell her that I am being maligned, I'm being misrepresented, and I'm being painted in a poor light. Brenna, don't do that to my man. Us men,
unless he deserves it.
Us men have an undeserved, unfounded reputation for giving our partners a hard time. And I'm sure, Jason, that Brenna claps back at you just like my wife claps back at me and has many, many times on this podcast, on my podcast. So anyway, Brenna, don't do that.
On your podcast. Okay. Noted. Noted.
That's why I say that, because you always say my house. You never say our house. You say it's my house.
I do?
Yeah, you do.
Oh.
So I'm being very passive aggressive. Now I'm saying it's my
Wow.
podcast. Yeah. And I'm saying it's my podcast. Even though it's not. It's our podcast.
Good to know.
See how that works?
Well, being passive aggressive is the key to a successful marriage. Just remember that. If you want to make it to 4 years, keep being passive aggressive.
Yeah, but at least I admitted it. I wasn't trying to be passive aggressive, and then I'm like, ha ha ha, I admitted it.
I'm not a passive aggressive person.
No.
Would you say that?
No, you're not at all. I don't think I am.
Would you say you are?
I don't think so.
That whole, I'm saying it's my podcast because you always say it's my house.
That's a bit.
Uh-huh.
There's a difference between a bit and really being passive aggressive. I mean, I can be passive aggressive if you want me to.
Oh, you have been. I'll point it out next time.
Examples, please.
I can't. When everybody says that, I will give you, next time you do it, I will point it out.
Brenna, I hope you don't do to Jason what Kelly is doing to me right now.
Which is what?
Giving me a hard time on this podcast.
Okay.
On my podcast. All right, babe. You got anything else?
No, I'm just so befuddled and confused. Hey, listen, I took Emma Kellie out this week. We went to this nature preserve near our house, and this lovely lady named Gabriella took some pictures of her in her cap and gown, and then the reveal of where she's going to college. Now, these are not the professional photos, but I snapped a few with my phone really quickly over it because it wasn't professional or anything. But I asked Emma Kellie for permission to post a few of them on Instagram. I gave her 5 choices. She said 2 of them, no, absolutely not. But she said, you can post these 3. So I posted them on my Instagram of her looking so cute, woo pig suey and all that. So go look on my Instagram if you want to see my stunningly beautiful daughter.
Very nice pictures.
Oh man. And she's going to prom this weekend with a boy she doesn't know down in Waco or is it up in Waco? It's down in Waco, right? Anyway, it's in Waco because her college roommate has this friend group, and this guy wasn't going to go, but he's a senior because I don't know. I don't want to put anybody's business out there. But anyway, Emma Kellie, her roommate said, well, my friend Emma Kellie would probably love to go. So Emma Kellie's going down to Waco to go to a prom there this weekend. So that's going to be really fun.
Where's she staying?
At the girl's house, her roommate's house. And the mother has already been in touch with me. Avery is her name. Her mother has already been in touch with me. She's given me the full itinerary, where the kids are going to be, before, after, dinner, everything. So I have the full rundown. Hey, I gotta let her go. 4 months from now, she's going to be in college, and I mean, I've got to give her some rope here. To try new things. So I talked about, maybe driving her down to Waco. She's like, I can drive myself. And I'm like, well, she's going to be driving back and forth from college by herself. But listen, my daughter just turned 18 in October. She's already gotten her first jury summons.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm not going. I was like, I said, you have to go. She goes, I don't want to go.
Whoa.
I get it. It's
nobody wants to.
Nobody wants to, but she's only 18 and it's very intimidating. I mean, she turned 18 in October. She voted in November. and she's already being summoned for jury duty. But here, you can go online. You have 10 days once you get the postcard to go online, and sometimes they'll go ahead and dismiss you. And she's supposed to be there at like 8:30 a.m. on a school day. Can I get it deferred or something for her? Because, I mean, she really can't be doing that.
There's some questions.
I don't know. I'm going to try to figure it out.
Yeah. There's certain exemptions, but I don't know if being a student is one. I'm
not sure. Do you really want an 18-year-old? I mean, I get it. You're old enough to vote. But do you really want them on a jury of your peers? Deciding some, like, I guess it depends on what the crime is, what the trial's about. But then again, you could argue, well, do you really want them voting? Do you really, that kind of thing. I guess that's the same argument.
Whose voice is that when you say it like that?
That's somebody arguing with me. That's somebody arguing with me voice. So anyway, I don't know. I just don't want her missing any more school.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. That's just a little peek of what's going on in our house this week. Lots of fun stuff.
All right, babe. Good stuff. You got anything else?
No.
All right.
I'm going to go wash my face and go to bed.
Okay.
Pooped.
Well, love you desperately.
I love you. I love y'all.
Love our listeners desperately. I love odds desperately. I love odds when they're in my favor desperately. Doesn't seem like that's the case a lot lately, though.
Sorry.
And I'm sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.